Namaskar, friends. It's a beautiful day here today, and I couldn't wait to share my morning practice of yoga with you all. So, I'm back to yoga on the bed. This session is especially for my dad, as he keeps asking me, when is the next yoga on bed you are going to practice? So, definitely this one's for you. Now, I have been watching many yoga practices by many teachers on YouTube and other social media platforms, and I see that the most views um, they gather is when there is music, when there are different kind of props used, when it's like a fast yoga movements and the movements of the body, and there is like a huge group sweating it out and all. I honestly i would say, as a traditional yoga practitioner, I learned from a traditional school and classic yoga, and I follow Ashtang Yoga. Of course, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. I believe, I believe this is what I have learned, that yoga, all that we see in these videos is just maybe a min- most minute part of the system, yoga system. However, there are many things we condition ourselves, our body, mind, and spirit, to be able to practice yoga or the asana. For me, attunement I consider attunement to be very important before even getting into the um, practices of postures. And one of the attunement practice that I um, also share with my students is that, think of yourself as a musical instrument. Okay, just the vocal cord, which is a musical instrument. And just like that, you, before singing, you would like to tune it. And just like any other musical instrument, you would tune it. And that takes some time, warming up, stretching, flexing, and then it is, and being there and in the moment. And after a while, when you are in the moment, is when you start practicing yoga postures in this case. So let's begin with attuning your mind, body, and spirit. Back and spine straight, seated in Sukhasana, we are attuning our mind, body, and spirit. And I only have a little bit of time until the beautiful sunshine, falls on my bed. Take few normal breaths. Palms facing up on your thighs. That allows the chest to expand And as a result, the lungs enjoys more room to expand. Again, back and spine straight. Just be with yourself with a smile on your face. If you are looking at a point at the eye level, right in front, or if you have already closed your eyes, let's take a journey from the outside to our inner self. After a few breaths, we start our journey towards inside of us, from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet. And now take a look at the temple, the space between your eyebrows, the nose tip. You're smiling, the lips. Observe the movement of the nostrils. Observe the folds of your skin on your face, and just relax the space between your eyebrows, your eyes, your mouth. Drop your tongue to the floor of the mouth and create a small space between your teeth. Now we move to our throat, neck. Just relax. Move and observe your clavicular muscles, the muscles at the clavicle or the collar bone. Do you see any movement there? As you breathe in, breathe out. Your chest, well expanded lungs, working at its full capacity. Your abdomen, the movement of your abdominal muscles, pelvic area, loosening your pelvic area. And now we move down the thighs, the knees, just relax. Lower extremities, your shin, and now your heel and the sole of your feet. And you start moving up, keep moving with your closed eyes. As you reach the navel area, focus on the movement of abdominal area. With each breath, breathe in, breathe out. Now you may place one hand on your navel area or just covering the belly button and observe the movement as you breathe in, breathe out. Hands back on thighs, palm facing up. And at this time, count 10 to 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands in front of your chest, prayer pose, and slowly open your eyes. Thank you. While I was in the attunement process, I see much of the sunshine is receding and it is no longer the vast area I had it before. Hello, Indranil. How are you doing? I believe you have stopped dancing. I remember you telling me that you love to dance. So if you have stopped dancing, please restart. As soon as the weather gets better, it is quite windy outside. As soon as the weather gets better, I will set my foot outside in the outdoors for my hikes, yoga, and dancing. Can't wait. Is it a rainy day for you? Well, it's a beautiful day here with sun, and I'm so thankful for today. Well, today, of course, I hope my dad watched, but I'll also share the attunement clip, and hopefully my dad will be able to watch. But as I started the session with sharing the importance of attunement before practicing or getting into the intense yoga practice mode, which I like to stay away from. I like to take it easy, take it slow, sthir sukham asanam. And also, I always try to make sure that I'm not being too hard on myself. I'm not pushing myself too hard. I am where I am in control, in stability, comfortable with my breath, with my body, with my mind. I like to have my practices that way. Excellent. That is excellent news. God bless you, your cousin, and everyone. So, Indranil, what have you been doing as far as taking care of your health is concerned? So, have you been practicing yoga? Have you um, are you into any kind of sport that keeps you healthy, wealthy, and strong? Yes, health is wealth. Can't ever forget that. That my dad always used to emphasize on as we were growing up. Okay, good. That's very good to know. Excellent. So, with the after the attunement, a little bit of stretching, like I said, while I'm still lying on my bed, as soon as I wake up, I'm an early riser. And what about you? Inranil, do you wake up early in the morning? I love to wake up early in the morning, 3:45, 4 o'clock. But sometimes, most of the times, it's earlier than that. But 3:45 to 4 is my time. I love to wake up, but I'm still lying on the bed because it's very cold. And then, while lying on the bed, I read. I I've got some very interesting books that I like to read. Okay, I can give you an example. I've been reading Patanjali Yogasutra. You can find. The entire secret of leading a healthy, wealthy life is in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. That much I can tell you. And my teachers were absolutely right when they were they were sharing their knowledge and experiences of reading good books, the benefits of reading good books over and over again. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra is definitely something that I would recommend if you can find in your local library. I would highly recommend. In fact, in my post, I can share the book that I am reading. So if you happen to find it, I don't know which Amazon or any, I believe you can find in Crossword or Oxford, that in Park Avenue, I've seen Oxford bookstore. You can check, you can ask them, or Crossword. I don't know if Crossword still exists, the bookstore, but you can check. And besides these two famous brands, there are many book shops. Actually, in College Street, you can find some really good books. Just ask. This is what I do. My trips to College Street, many books I found just going to the publishers and asking if that book is available. So you could do that. I think College Street is a great source for me to get good books. Didi, which stream you had in 12th? I had science stream, physics, chemistry, mathematics. What about you? So it's very sad that in our times, I don't know how things are now, but in our times, it used to be like you get to choose physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. Sorry, I had biology, but that was in class 12. Humanities stream, excellent. I love that word. In our times, the word used to be arts. The stream used to be arts. So we only had three streams: commerce, arts, and science, and that's it. So, yes, I did have physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology, but I want to tell you that biology is my till date it's my favorite subject. But in college I did not have maths, I did not have biology. I only had chemistry, physics, and mathematics. Now biology, especially study of life, and I till date I actually find always find it very interesting. I want to share this. I used to study my kids biology books, and I still do. I've got many biology books, simply explained to the complexities. I love study of life. So yes, I did like I just said, physics, chemistry, and mathematics. But if you ask me that if you get a chance to relive your um, moment of choice of selecting stream, I would say that I would just go with biology if I'm given a chance. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking choosing physics, chemistry, mathematics, because I scored very good in biology. But, anyways, with that, I would just end the session here. However, I would say that read books. If you wake up very early in the morning, you don't have to get off the bed and just start with your chores unless you're working and you have to catch a train or plane or whatever. But if you are an early riser like me, and if you woke up very early, you wake up very early, all you can do is just read books. And these days, the e-readers help a lot. So I have an e-reader beside me, and as soon as I wake up with my, I love to do my stretches and I smile. The first thing I do is smile, and I pray to God. I be to the Almighty, to the higher, whatever is there. Just I feel so thankful for the life that I have. And then I do my stretches and all while lying down. And after a while, I then read my books. And also, I want to tell you, when I do feel lazy after all these, I play Sudoku. I try not to in the morning, but I love to play Sudoku. That's my favorite thing to do. And I am in the top level, topmost level. It's called Extreme, but I just keep playing it because there is the app that I'm using, it does not have any other higher level than Extreme. So I love to play Sudoku, but of course, reading helps right from the morning, and that's how I begin my morning. So, with that, yes, it's on the 28th of March when I will be live with an hour session of yoga, and 28th March will also be the 14th day towards the 100 days celebration of International Day of Yoga. And since this 14th of March, when I started with Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and today, even though my the title says the second sutra, Dvitiya Sutra 2.1, Yoga Sutra 2.1, Patanjali, it is Yoga Chit Vritti Nirodh. I will be discussing this in detail sometime tomorrow or on the 28th of March during the yoga practice session. Until then, I would just like you to take a note on what yoga is, as is defined in the second sutra, which says that yoga is the control of mind's fluctuations of mind. How beautiful. Yoga, the term yuj or yog means union, the union of mind, body, and spirit. And yet, there are different ways to define yoga. Yoga, as in the second sutra, Dvitiya Sutra, Patanjali Yoga Sutra 2.1, the Yoga Sutra is second, but it is in chapter 1. From the chapter 1 second sutra is the yogas chit vritti nirodh. So the yoga is the control of the fluctuations of mind. We will be discussing in detail in our next session. Good, good. I'm praying, and I'm praying for your cousin's well-being, and also praying for you too. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay healthy. Here is my love to you. Thank you.